to thank our judge, Colin Zeno, for coming out today. Colin is from Central Indiana, where he grew up on a multi-species livestock operation made up of a club lamb farm and a commercial cow herd. Colin attended Lake Lamb College, where he was a member of the livestock judging team. And after coming home from school, he began collecting a set of ewes and trading a handful of wethers. Now with over 200 ewes and an extensive embryo transfer program made up of about 20 donor females, he runs Deno Livestock alongside his family. They are focused on trying to produce elite show projects and seed stock for consumers. I would also like to thank our sponsors for the show today, and we will get started with class number 1, our Border Winchester yearling ewes. We have a single entry, Georgiana Wyderka.
Well, just a single entry here in this particular class, but a good way to start off the sheep show here. A young lady brings a female that's got some skeletal quality there, neat looking from the side. Like her as well, just in terms of her fleece. Good way to start the sheep show. Excited to get into them tonight. The goat show was plenty of fun this afternoon, so if you guys would give this young lady a round of applause, and we'll get to the next class.
Congratulations, Georgiana, on your champion Border Winchester ewe. Next in the ring, we will have class number 2, our Dorset ewe lamb, a single entry, Landon Smith, and this is a Harlan lamb. I'd like to take a second to announce they're looking for someone with a 99 Ford Chrysler in the second row of the parking lot. Your dog needs attention as soon as possible. Please head to your car. I'd also like a second to thank Alta Fiber and Keith Gailey for the Wi-Fi, allowing us to live stream our 4-H livestock shows today.
Well, again, just another single entry here, but the young man brings a ewe lamb that got some quality about her. Tall shoulder, good looking, neat in terms of her neck set there. Maybe if we could, just want to be a little critical, I guess if we could just maybe freshen her up just in her skin texture and handle quality there. Just a shade, but again, a really nice single entry there. Congratulations to him.
Congratulations to Landon Smith on his champion Dorset ewe. Next in the ring, we have class number 3, our Katahdin ewe lambs. We have a single entry, Carissa Shooter.
Well, again here, just another single entry. The young lady brings a Katahdin ewe lamb that has some quality about her. We just like her, I guess, in my opinion, just in terms of maternal quality there. Good off either end of her skeleton, moving around ringside, playing maternal, just in terms of rib cage, underline, all those things. Read extremely good in my mind as far as a sheep that just will be one that can produce on down the line. Congratulations to her, another nice single entry here.
Congratulations to Clarissa Shooter on her champion Katahdin ewe. Next in the ring we have class number 4, our Lincoln Yearling Ewes. We have another single entry, Georgiana Wyderka. I'd like to take a second to thank the sponsors for this last few classes, Powell Equipment Services, Keith Fitzgerald, and Zinzer Auto.
A pair of young ladies that bring a Lincoln ewe out here that again has got some quality about her. When we just talk about some maternal build and feature there, just like her in terms of her maternal makeup. But one when we study her, I guess just in terms of just wool quality and print there, appreciate the fiber that one has on her skeleton. Again, a nice single entry there. Congratulations to her.
Congratulations to our champion Lincoln ewe, Georgiana Wyderka, and thank you to Feller Farms for their sponsorship on this class. Next in the ring, we have class number 5, Romney Ewe Lambs, with 2 entrants by Georgiana Wyderka.
Well, nice class of Brownlee females here, and a little bit of sword, I guess, between them. Probably for me, the one that's going to win be the young lady here to my left. I think that that one for me, just in terms of skeletal build and quality there, when she gets around the ring, that one's probably just got a shot more flex and just a range of motion in terms of her hind leg as she gets out and covers the surface there. I think that one for me is probably just a bit better in terms of the angle to her shoulder. She travels with just less restriction for me. I just think that one is probably a shot better in terms of her time. Young ladies in two. Again, I think that one, again, for me, maybe just not quite as comfortable off either end of her skeleton when she gets out and goes around the ring there. Maybe one for me. Probably just not quite as maternal in terms of her underline. Maybe just not quite as progressive there when we study her from chest to flank. But again, another nice one, a real good pair of them. My compliments to each of those young exhibitors.
Congratulations to Georgiana Wyjerka with her champion Romney U, as well as the second place winner. And thank you to Keith Fitzgerald for sponsoring this class. Next in the ring, we have class number 6, Tunis Yearling Muse. We have a single entry, Georgiana Wyjerka.
Well, again, not to sound like a broken record here, but another female in this particular class in the Tunis division that probably stands some more heat. I thought that one was just awful neat, I guess, just in terms of how she was made, especially in the center portion of her body there, round and robust in terms of rib cage. Love her in terms of just her maternal quality there. If we could, maybe just want to open her up at the ground just a shot, just in terms of base width there. But again, another one that just reads very maternal and quality there. Congratulations to her.
Congratulations to Georgiana Wyjerka with the champion Tunis U, and thank you to Local Union 212 for sponsoring this class. Next in the ring, we have class number 7, White Face Cross U Lambs. We have 2 entries, Shelby Dawson with her homegrown U and Georgiana Wyjerka.
Well, here in our white-faced female division, again, thought that there was a bunch of quality there with both of them. to me, there's probably one that's just a bit more my speed. The young lady to my left here, she will be the class winner in this particular set of them. Just when we talk about just a general build quality, look, and silhouette there from the side, to me, that one's just better in terms of how she sets her hind leg down there at the surface, meter in terms of her neck set. Love that one just in terms of underline quality and just bottom line balance and proportion there. That one to me just reads more progressive, I guess, in terms of her kind. Young ladies, that'll be 2. I thought that one was just awesome in terms of just rib cage, lower rib, and just kind of the way that she just brought probably a smoother kind of a look there. For me, she's maybe just a little bit coarser off either end of her skeleton, one that probably just doesn't balance quite as well. I wish that we could make her just a bit better off each end as she gets out and goes. But again, another nice pair of them here in this particular division. Congratulations to both of them.
Congratulations to Shelby Dawson with her first place homegrown entry in the class, and second place to Georgiana White-Durka. Next in the ring, we have class number 8, White Face Cross Yearling Ewes. We have a single entry, Liam Rui.
Well, again, just a single entry white-faced cross yearling ewe here, and young man's got one that love her just in terms of some extra length there from flank to flank, neat in terms of her neck set, really just expansive, I guess, just in terms of some maternal quality, lower rib, and just look from the side there. Just maybe a little critical if we could be, just want to just, I guess maybe try to trim her up just a little bit in terms of her breeding condition. Obviously, headed into the summer here, my assumption would be that she's going to go into production for a young man. So I guess if we could, just maybe want to trim her up just a little bit. Again, a nice single entry there. Congratulations for him.
Congratulations on your entry in this class, Liam. Now we will pick our champion, White Face Cross Ewe. Entries will be Shelby Dawson with her homegrown ewe, Georgiana White-Durka, and Liam Rui.
Well, if you guys would, congratulate the folks that made it into the white-face division here. Thought that there was some quality amongst them. I think 3 individuals that on down the line can have some quality there for the exhibitors. I think for me, there's probably just one that suits me a bit better just in terms of just look and balance and skeletal quality. And then I think there's one to follow that's probably just a bit better just in terms of hip length. Set the hind leg and just kind of how they facilitate around the ring. Young lady out of class 1 will be champion. Young man in a class 2 will be reserve. Congratulations to each of them.
Congratulations to Shelby Dawson with your champion White Face Cross Ewe, and thank you to Happy Hooves 4-H Livestock Club for sponsoring this class. And congratulations to Liam Rui with his second place in this class. Next in the ring, we have class number 9, lightweight black-faced cross ewe lambs. We have 3 entries: Jack Rosenberger with his homegrown ewe, Shelby Dawson, and Jenna Kathman.
Yeah, lightweight, black-faced cross sheeps here, and a trio of them that I think all have a variety of good within them. Just a little bit different, I guess, in terms of their type and kind. I think for me, probably the one that just kind of comes together with the most positive attributes in my mind be the young ladies that just wants to fight her a little bit here to my right. I think that one, for me, just in terms of just balance and proportions there from the side, I think she's probably just the most appropriate and acceptable for me. I think we stepped right in behind her, and that one reads to be the best just in terms of the turn to her rib cage there, some extra base width at the ground. That's a big-legged, really sound trigger, I guess, for this particular class. To me, probably like that one the most, just in terms of her sheer quality to go ahead and land on. Young lady's blue sheeping too. I will tell you, I think that one is probably just a shot more my speed in terms of elevation up front. For me, I think that we got to just make that one just a bit better in terms of her lower body balance. For me, she probably just doesn't read as progressive in terms of her underlying quality there. That one is just maybe built backwards, I guess, in terms of just chest to flank relation there. If we could just kind of flip that around and give her maybe just a shot more width throughout. I think that there's a lot of good in that one, especially in terms of just added elevation and height, the shoulder up front. Again, we just got to make her just a little better in a couple places. Young man's that we're going to round off on again, somewhat of a similar story. I guess for me, when they go around ringside, I'm most uncomfortable with that one just in terms of her general build as she moves around the ring. Probably just not as comfortable in terms of how she moves off either end of her skeleton. One, though, that I really like, just in terms of shallowness of body there, some extra neat look, just in terms of neck set and kind of how she's put together. Just wish we could get a little bit more of her in a couple areas, but again, nice sheep there to go ahead and go out third. My compliments to all of them, nice class. I'm excited to get into the second class of crosses here.
Congratulations. First place Shelby Dawson, second place Jenna Kathman, and third place Jack Rosenberger with his homegrown ewe. Next in the ring we have class number 10, middleweight black-faced cross ewe lambs. We have 3 entrants, Anna Rosenberger with her homegrown ewe, Landon Smith with his homegrown ewe, and Jack Rosenberger.
Well, very rarely do you get to kind of leave them as they come in the gate there, but we're just going to go ahead and just leave them exactly how they are. Young lady to my right here will be the first place exhibitor in this particular class. I'll be the first to tell you, I don't know that she's just perfect again, just in terms of her flank and just lower body fill there. But I do love that one, just in terms of some extra light feature at the ground, neat look there just from the side in terms of being taller at the point of her shoulder than she is at the point of her hip. When she gets out and goes, I think that she probably from the side there utilizes her hip and hind leg as good as any of them in here. I wish that she was maybe just a bit more secure about her hawk at the ground there when she goes away from you. But again, really probably the most complete one in here for me. To go ahead and win. Congratulations to her. She coming out next, that'll be second. Young man's, again, find out probably just the most good in that one of the ones that remain. That one for me, again, just like her a little bit better, just in terms of length of body from side to side there. For me, she's probably just a little bit better in terms of just levelness in terms of her hip there when you study her from the side. I guess for me, comparatively, she's maybe just a bit rounder off each end of her skeleton there as she gets out and motors around the ring, but one that I think checks some boxes there to go ahead and go out next in 2. Young man's in 3. For me, she's probably just a little round off each end of her skeleton as well. I just wish that she carried her hind leg a little bit better when she got out and went across the surface there. One though that, again, just love her in terms of just extra rib, roundness of body there. Again, if we could just maybe freshen her up, make her a little bit better coming and going. She probably competes a little bit harder, but a nice second class commercial use there. Congratulations to all 3 of them.
Congratulations to our entrants. First place, Anna Rosenberger. Second, Jack Rosenberger. And third, to Landon Smith. Next in the ring, we have class number 11, heavyweight blackface cross Newland. We have 3 entrants, Shelby Dawson, John Kathman, and Jack Rosenberger with his home run.
An interesting class of commercial use here, and probably for me, just not one that maybe just ties together and just jumps out at you and says that they need to be the winner. But I think that the young man's, for me, probably just is the closest one in terms of, I guess if I was a buyer or a purchaser, one that to me maybe just comes out with a little bit more quality to kind of say that they'd be the one that would progress you the most going down the line. I think just as we send them around the ring there, just in terms of comfort of hand, elevation up front, and just some extra feature and just quality there from the side. I think the young man's Sheep is the best place for me to tie into. I don't know that, again, she's just built perfect in terms of her underlying quality there. In fact, to me, she just reads a little backwards there. I wish we could make her just a bit better at the point of her shoulder in comparison to where her flank sits on her. But I think when we step in behind him, that one's still big enough just in terms of her lower stifle muscle. Better probably for me just in terms of the set to her hind leg than the young lady's Sheep it's in 2. Again, just one that, as we read them off each end there, maybe just a shot more complete in my mind to go ahead and try to put back into a breeding program. Young lady's in 2. I thought that one was the ultra unique one just in terms of just having some, I guess, a more ocular or pleasing view, I guess, there just in terms of rib cage, roundness of body, and just some width there at the ground. I guess for me, if we're going to make that one win this particular class, we got to make her better just in terms of the set to her hind leg there. She probably just wants to get a little straighter from me. I think as we study her from her foot to the top of her hip there, one that just maybe just doesn't read with enough set and comfort as we study her there from the side. But again, another nice project for the young lady to go ahead and go out in second. Young man sheep in 3. That one's no slaps there either. Again, thought that one had some class advantages just in terms of some extra length from the side. She was the best one in terms of just blade, neck, and just kind of how she's constructed there out of the front side of her skeleton. For me, when we step right in behind her, she's probably just too flat in terms of her pin, maybe just not round enough in terms of her rib cage. But again, another nice one to go ahead and go out in 3. A nice class, though, and my compliments to each of those guys.
Congratulations to our entrants. First place, Don Cashman. Second, Shelby Dawson. And third, Jack Rosenberger. Next in the ring, we have class number 12, Black-Faced Cross Yearling Ewes. We have 3 entrants, Shelby Dawson, Wyatt Smith, and Jacob Miller. I'd also like to thank the Logan Supermarket for sponsoring the Safe 4-H booth on our midway.
So really another nice class here, and of the top pair, probably maybe some of the most heat that we've seen amongst a top pair, and I guess to this particular point in the sheep show. A pair of yearlings that normally I guess you can travel around to some of these county fairs and as a judge maybe not fall in love with some just in terms of their breeding condition. Generally some of these mature ewes are starting to just get a little I guess more efficient on feed, and they start laying the fat on, and you maybe just can't read them quite as well. A pair of them to start, though, that I think that you can kind of analyze exactly where they're at right now in life. I think both of them are relatively trim and fresh, I guess, just in terms of their maturity right now. For me, the young man has one that, as we read him, just in terms of skeletal build and balance there, that one to me is the most appropriate as we step off and study her from the side. Love that one just in terms of kind of how she completes herself there as we step off and study her. That one maintains her top line a bit better for me than the 1 and 2. I think where she probably edges her, though, is when we study that one just in terms of just length of hip and kind of how she's built there. When you get right in behind her, she's longer from the backside of her loin edge to her tail. And I think that for me, when we watch that one walk away, she probably just reads a bit more open throughout in terms of skeletal progression there. The young lady's sheep that's going to go ahead and come out next. The young lady sheep in 2, that is a big-legged, wolfy-looking kind of a critter there to go ahead and be out next. I love that one just in terms of kind of just her sporty look there from the side. For me, if we could, just again, want to maybe just lengthen around in terms of her hip, maybe just make her just a bit more comfortable in terms of rear leg travel as she gets out and go, because I do think she holds the advantage of the young man that wins, just in terms of some added elevation there up front, and just kind of how she's assembled throughout the front side of her skeleton. Just wish that we could make her just a shot better there, I guess, just as she is constructed there from her loin edge back. But again, really nice one too. Young man's that's going to go ahead and be third. That one kind of falls into a class with just 2 hammers ahead of him. I think that one, again, has got some look and some quality there about her for me. Just in comparison to those directly ahead of her, maybe just not quite as unique in terms of her skeletal quality, maybe just where she's at right now in terms of just having an ultra fresh look. Maybe just one that just kind of just peters out a little bit for me, just in terms of plainness. But again, another nice one there to go ahead and go out in third. My compliments to that class, another good set of them in this particular set.
Congratulations to our entrants. First place Wyatt Smith, second place Shelby Dawson, and third Jacob Miller. We will now bring in the class winners from classes 9 through 12 for our champion blackface cross yield.
No. Hey, wait a minute. Can you go get me a piece of paper and I can sign it up? I don't know. Go find one. That's your job. And a pen. Hello? No, I got it.
Well, if those of you around ringside would, go ahead and congratulate the exhibitors there in the blackface class you drive here. Again, just thought a very nice set throughout there. Probably for me in this particular set of them to select you a champion and then a reserve, it probably comes down to a pair of them for me. And I thought that the class winners on either end of the lineup here, the young lady out of the first class and the young man out of the last class there, I thought that's probably where the sword and the competition was. I think for me, there's probably just one that's a shot better just in terms of range of motion when we get them out and let them go, length of hip, and then just kind of how they're assembled there from the side. And then there's one for reserve that, again, I just love her in terms of just base width at the ground, extra burliness, and some just unique grip shape and touch there. If you guys would congratulate both of them, I guess that's your champion, and then follow it up with a reserve.
Congratulations to Wyatt Smith on the champion blackface cross U, and second place to Shelby Dawson. Next in the ring, and thank you to Farm Credit Mid-America for sponsoring that class. Next in the ring, we have class number 13, pair of ewe lambs. We have 3 entrants, Jack Rosenbergen, Shelby Dawson, and Georgiana Leiderka.
Well, for our pair division here, only 3 sets sets of them, but I thought that there was an immense amount of quality throughout. A pair of UMs here to the left that I thought each of them had some quality amongst them in their particular classes there. We had a pair of Romney U's that were champion and reserve in that respective division that I thought paired up very nicely as well. And then we have a pair of commercial U's again down here on the other end that each had some quality amongst them there as well. For me, they probably just suit me the best in this particular division. They'll be your champion pair. Congratulations, boys and ladies.
Congratulations to Shelby Dawson on her champion pair of U's. Next in the ring, we will have our champions from the previous classes for our Supreme Champion U. Thank you to Roy C. Mason and family for sponsoring our Champion U pair class.
Well, again, we have a relatively decent-sized crowd ringside. If you guys will, congratulate all the folks that made it into the champion you guys did. We're going to get into the Martin Lane show here in just a minute, but you know, we wouldn't have the weather show, I guess, if we didn't have the females on the front side to be able to create them with. And I think that as you go down and study each of the particular breeds here, they've all got some quality amongst them. I think that even, you know, between the wool breeds, the slick sheep, I think that there's a variety of ways that a guy could go depending upon where they wanted to hang their hat and what they wanted to do in a particular drive of them there. I guess for me, there's probably just two of them that just surface just a shot quicker, just in terms of just some out there pieces and just their kind of positive attributes, I guess, that they bring to the table, just in terms of what they are and how they're designed there from the side. And then when we set them out in motion, still are very, very good off each end of their skeleton. If you guys would, congratulate all of them one more time, and we'll go select your champion and then reserve.
Congratulations to Wyatt Smith for exhibiting the Supreme Champion U, and Shelby Dawson for exhibiting the Reserve Supreme Champion U, which will also be our champion homegrown U today. Thank you to Slick Wraps, Leanne Slick, Ryan and Melissa Day for sponsoring the champion overall U, and Earl Dawson family and Double R Farms for sponsoring the Reserve Grand Champion U. And thank you to GEI Fluid Power for sponsoring the champion homegrown U class. We will now take a 15-minute break between the conclusion of the breeding show before we get started on our market land show. Please remember to come up and sign up for showmanship. We have a paper for you to sign up here at this time.
There should be.
Just a reminder, we do have an all 4-H showmanship class for kids that don't show sheep, but would like to borrow one from a friend and give it a go. And we also have one for adults for some amusement.
Oh no, they think they know what they're doing. Right here, sweetie. It's this one right here. Stephanie, it's this one down here. This is the one you're supposed to find out. Right here. Come on, Stephanie. Oh, I did the last one. It was insane. Oh, I know. I know. But you didn't work. Right here, the adult sign right up here. Right here. Oh, right here. That's not this. Okay, fine. Okay, yeah.
Partner, we're signing you up. Partner, sweet. Too late. Sweet.
They get in the mud with the pig, and I put this in there today.
Hey Sarah, will you say can you say it's live when we start? Say 8:15. Right? Yeah.
We will resume with the Market Lamb show at approximately 8:15, just in case anybody needs to go take a bathroom break or get a snack or anything like that.
Oh, right here. Right here. Where are you?
your first year college.
But you have to be in the grades of 3 to 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you'll be a senior, and this will be the first year.
Yeah.
entries on the midway this week. Commercial market lambs. We have 4 entries in this class: Carissa Shooter, Jenna Kaufman, Jack Rosenberger with his homegrown lamb, and Bailey Griffin.
First class of market lambs here, and we're going to go ahead and lead off with the young man here to my right. For me, probably in this particular set of them, just the best one in terms of his feet and legs. Probably the stoutest one, I guess, just at the ground, just in terms of some extra rugged foot and bone. Get up on top of him. That's the best one, just in terms of loin edge, and just shape there right out of the backside of his hip. Young ladies in 2, to me, that one's probably just a little bit neater looking, I guess, just in terms of her coloration and pigment there. For me, that one's probably just a shot more off balance in comparison to the young man's that wins. But again, another nice sheep there in the own right. Like some things about that one there to go ahead and go 2. Young lady sheep in 3. I thought that one had a fair amount of quality about her there as well. for me, that one probably just gets a bit rounder in terms of the way that she uses her hip and hind leg there at the surface. Probably just for me, just wish we could make that one a shot better there in that regard. Go ahead and move her on up. But again, another nice sheep, especially for a white-faced cross there, to go ahead and go out next in 3. And then the young lady's sheep that we'll round off with there. For me, that one's probably, just in terms of handle quality, the pounds lightest one. I think when we get our hands on them there, that one's got a big old loin edge in him, but for me, maybe just not quite as expansive in terms of his rib cage, not quite as neat just in terms of rack shape, and just having some lower hip and stifle there. For me, just at that top 4 there, probably the least efficient one. But again, a nice one just in terms of his own feedability and just look there from the side. Again, a nice class of them. My compliments to each one of those kids.
Congratulations to our class participants. First place to Jack Rosenberger, second to Bailey Griffin, third place Jenna Kaufman, and fourth place Carissa Shooter. Next in the ring, we have class number 15, Commercial Market Lambs. We have 4 entrants, Shelby Dawson with her homegrown lamb, Carter Rudy, Ellie Shooter, and Daniel Callahan.
Well, an interesting top pair of them, I guess, in this particular class, and I guess that they're just a little bit different, I guess, in terms of their type and their kind for me. I think that the young ladies that win probably just a shot more suitable in my mind, just from a standpoint of when we get right in behind them. That one is probably just a bit better just in terms of just hip and just openness and cavity there, I guess, when we study that one, maybe from a 3/4 or even a rear angle there. I think as we step off and study from the side, that one actually probably remains better in terms of balance there from the side. I do wish that she maybe just had just a shot more flexibility, I guess, just in terms of her hind leg. But I think that coming and going, she probably stays just progressive enough in terms of her movement for me to go ahead and win, especially being the one that is just most opened up and grizzly up high in terms of handle to go ahead and win. Young lady's blue sheep thing too. At times I love that particular sheep there. Maybe for me, just gets a little bit general looking from the side in terms of underline, neck set, and just kind of how that one ties there out of the front side of that one's skeleton. I think if we could make that one maybe just a shot more comfortable as well in terms of just rear leg step, maybe just wants to just swivel just a shot more in terms of how that one motions around the ring. But again, I love that one just in terms of one edge, shape there in terms of cheek from the side, and just having a good look about him to go ahead and go out next to 2. Young man's Uland, that'll be 3rd. I thought that one there had some quality about that one there as well of the ones that remain. That one to me is probably just a bit better in terms of just feedability, flesh and knees, and condition right now. That one to me reads to be just a bit stouter just in terms of her back shape and how that one opens up over the top side of her skeleton. Probably one that when we get off of him just wedges a shot better than the young man's that's going to go ahead and come next. Young man's that'll be 4th. again, just got to change that one slightly. I guess I'll pitch into that one skeleton. Maybe just a bit too round as we come and go for me. But again, another nice class of market lambs there. My compliments out to all of those kids.
Congratulations to our class today. First place, Ellie Shooter. Second place, Shelby Dawson. Third to Carter Rui. And fourth to Daniel Callahan. Next in the ring, we have class number 16, Commercial Market Lambs. Entrants are Shelby Dawson, Jacob Miller, Wyatt Smith with his homegrown lamb, and Colton Mobley. I'd also like to take a second to thank our sponsors for these market classes: Stephen Hubbard, DVM, the Blair family, Amanda Britton, Jack and Colt, Evans Family Farm, Darren and Teresa Callahan, and Farm Credit Mid-America.
Well, again, another nice class up here, and I think the young ladies' blue sheep is probably just the most comfortable place for me to start. I think that when we just get in on top of them and analyze them from just a skeletal standpoint, there, just in terms of extra rib cage and roundness to the center portion of that thing's body. Love him just in terms of cavity in comparison to ones that are going to follow him here. I think for me, if we could, just maybe want to make that one a shade more comfortable in terms of just the center portion of his back there. Maybe gets just a little tight for me, but I think when we just study his general quality, he's probably just the best presented, smoothest one in here that makes the most sense in my mind to go ahead and lead off with. Young Man Sheep in 2, I like that one just in terms of some added look there from the side. That one's level and square, big hipped. Like some things about him as we step off of him there. For me, he comes together just too coarsely for me, and I think that that one's probably just not quite as smooth in terms of presentation. Maybe just doesn't blend quite as well just in terms of shape. I think when we study that guy just in terms of just touch and backside freshness there, I think that for me, he probably just peters out a little in comparison to the young ladies that wins. But again, another nice sheep there in second. Young Man's in 2, again, kind of a similar story. That one to me maybe just gets a little bit more general in the way that he reads up front. Probably just a shot plainer in terms of neck set and just where he ties out of the front side of his blade there. For me, he's probably the most general as well, just in terms of underline and kind of how he balances there from the side. I do think in comparison to Young Man's, though, that's going to go ahead and go be fourth. I think that one to me is probably just a shot fresher in terms of his skin and his handle quality today. Again, just wish that we could kind of just change the way that he's designed there throughout the front half of the skeleton to get him up any higher. The Young Man's that's going to go ahead and round off the class. That one is rugged and durable and got some feedability to him there. He's as smooth in terms of his finish and condition as any of them. For me, though, he just got to present himself a shot better. That one's probably just the closest one, I guess, just in terms of his presentation in this particular setting of him. But again, sheep that a guy can definitely appreciate just in terms of some carcass merit and what he brings to the table. Again, if you guys would congratulate all those kids in that particular class, another nice segment.
Congratulations to our entrants. First place, Shelby Dawson. Second place, Jacob Miller. Third, Wyatt Smith. And fourth, Colton Mobley. Next in the ring, we have class number 17, Commercial Market Lambs. Entrants Ellie Shooter, Anna Rosenberger with her homegrown lamb, Wyatt Smith with his homegrown lamb, Daniel Callahan, Colton Mobley, and Wyatt Smith.
Well, again, another really nice class of them here, and in this particular set of them, you can go a couple deep in this class and probably have, I guess, just as much depth in this particular set of them as we've had so far. I think the one thing for me that remains probably just the most consistent is the inline sheep that pins. That particular Julian is just ultra good in terms of her lower body shape there. Love her just in terms of underline progression, shallowness of chest, flat belly, good neck. And then when we turn that one loose, she's probably just got the most flex and range of motion there as she gets off and travels around the ringside. Again, just really like her from that aspect. And then I think when we get our hands on her, she's probably still the most fresh one just in terms of the shape and dimension there. I like her to be able to go ahead and win. Young ladies, it's going to go ahead and be 2. I think that one probably is just most closely similar to our class winner, just from build and look standpoint there from the side. That one's probably got a little more bark on him. He's maybe just a shot more rugged about the front end of his skeleton there. But I do think that one, to me, has some extra substance at the ground in terms of foot and bone. That one's a big hit creature when you step off and study him from the side. Just wish that he was a shot more unique about the way that he's constructed out of the front side of his skeleton to go ahead and win. Young man sheep that's coming next. I thought that one fit into the third hole for me just in terms of some added skull shape. That's a big hit for Esco when you get right in behind him. The track's wide going away. That one for me, probably of the ones that remain, just wedges the best there when you get right in behind him and study him from his the top side of his shoulder there to the back side of his hip. Just like him, probably the next best to go ahead and follow those 2 ahead of him. Young man's, it's going to be 4th. I think that one there, for me, that one is similar just in terms of shape and touch over the top side of his back there in comparison to 1 and 3. For me, that one probably is just built too downhill in terms of his angulation there from the side. For me, we got to make that one just prop up better and just kind of tie a shot better just in terms of shoulder blade and neck set if we're going to go ahead and get that rascal up any higher in this particular setting. But another nice U-land there to go ahead and go out next. Young man's sheep, that'll be the next one to hit the gate there. Again, probably one for me that's maybe just a shot more nondescript and just plain in terms of touch. But again, I like that one, again, just in terms of some extra feedability. That one to me is probably just a shot more rugged and dense than the young ladies that we're going to round off on. The young ladies that we do round off on, love that one, just in terms of just skin quality and grab there. For me, we got to make him a little bit better off each end of his skeleton. For how flat he is, just in terms of rib cage, he probably just gets a little bit more awkward in terms of shoulder placement and just pin width when we step right in behind him. But again, that's a really fresh one that has still got some muscle and shape behind him. Just got to make it kind of fit to get together a little bit better, I guess, in my mind. Again, another nice class, and my compliments to all of those kids.
Congratulations to our class participants. First place, Wyatt Smith. Second place, Ellie Shooter. Third place, Wyatt Smith. Fourth, Daniel Callahan. Fifth, Colton Mobley. And sixth, Anna Rosenberger. Next in the ring, we have class number 18, Commercial Market Lambs. Entrants are John Kaufman, Emily Clem, Liam Rui, Cindy Montgomery, Kylie Neff, and Landon Smith of his homegrown lamb.
Well, again, another strong set of 6 of them here, and for me, the young lady's speckle-faced sheep that we're going to land on, I think for me, it's just the best when we step off and study him there from the side. That one's the tallest shouldered, most radical in his body shape, and biggest there just in terms of his foot and shoot density with the ground. I think when we get right in behind him, though, that's probably where he wins the class for me. That one's the most expansive and open at the backside of his blade there in terms of rib, and just carries some extra width at the ground as well. But again, when we step off and study him there from the side, I think that one just ties together the best for me to go ahead and win. Sheepin' too, that one in comparison to our class winners, probably just not quite as unique up front. That one just maybe wants to tie just a shade lower out of his neck set there, maybe just is more open, I guess, about his shoulder when he comes directly at you. I think that one for me, though, is the next freshest one, just in terms of shape, backside of his loin edge there, and just an extra punch, just in terms of center body to go ahead and go out in 2. Probably for me, just setting that one's good enough. The one next in 3, I think that one, if he maybe just would just freshen up and come together, I think that he has got some quality there about him as well. for me in this particular setup, he's probably just the least strict in terms of his shape and just kind of how he ties in there together. Of that top trio, he's just the stalest, I guess, to the touch. And I think that we could just maybe freshen him up and just change it in terms of his skin and his texture and handle quality there. I think he could probably move up just for me right now today, just not quite fresh enough in terms of his handle. Young ladies, spec sheep that's going to go ahead and come out next in 4. Again, I thought that there was some good in that one there as well. For me, that one probably just gets a little bit rounder in terms of the way that he's made off either end of his skeleton. Not quite as unique either, just in terms of his rib cage there where we get right in behind him. But again, just love him there from the side in terms of his profile. Again, we just got to make him a bit better as he comes and goes. Young man white-faced sheep here that is going to come out next. I think that one, for me, of that bottom pair is just the one that's probably a bit more elevated up front, a shot more unique just in terms of his look there from the side, and a bit leaner when we get our hands on him. Young man's that is going to round out. I thought that one there, for me, again, plenty of doability and feedability in that one. Just got to make him a bit more unique, I guess, in the showing setting, just in terms of presentation and touch. Probably the fattest one in this particular class. Of course, I went balance as well. Some of those directly ahead of him. Another nice class. My compliments to all those guys. Excited to get them all back in here for a grand drive in just a moment. But again, my compliments to each other.
Congratulations to our class entrants. First place, Emily Glenn. Second place, John Cashman. Third, Sydney Montgomery. Fourth, Kylie Neff. Fifth, Landon Smith. And sixth, Liam Rui. Next in the ring, we will have our champion, Rate of Gain Market Lamb. And this is going to be exhibited by Miss Jenna Catherine.
When goes in, then you're going to say. Hey, how much did you get per day?
Clip.
Alright, hello everyone. I'm here to talk to you all tonight. My name is Allison Gailey. I'm a 10-year 4-H'er, and I'm here to introduce you all to volunteering. So I have a couple questions. Raise your hand if you've ever participated in 4-H. Okay, now put your hands down. Now raise your hand if you've ever been impacted by 4-H. That's everyone. You're all here at a show. Yeah? Now raise your hand if you volunteer for 4-H. First of all, let's clap. Let's clap. So I'm here to just kind of tell you guys all about why you should volunteer. So as a past 4-H'er, I can't express enough my gratitude for the 4-H program. Right now, I'm a Purdue student. I'm going to be a senior. I'm in animal science, and 4-H has shaped my life completely. I wouldn't be where I am today without the 4-H program. I plan to go on and be a veterinarian, and I'm sure every kid here has their own story. Whether you want to go be a veterinarian, a doctor, go be in the trade, whatever you want to do, 4-H has impacted you in some way. And right now there's a shortage of volunteers, and so I just invite you all to greatly consider volunteering. There's so many different ways you could volunteer, and so if you're interested, come on up and talk to Miss Karen, and she can help you get situated. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Allison. Next in the ring, we will have our Grand and Reserve Champion Market Lamb class. So you're going to have your first and second place entries from all of our commercial market lamb classes. In this class, we will have Jack Rosenberger and Bailey Griffin, Ellie Shooter and Shelby Dawson and Jacob Miller, Wyatt Smith and Ellie Shooter, and Emily Clem and John Cashman.
Well, again, our crowd kind of seems to maybe keep growing here a little bit as we continue on throughout the show. And if you guys could, just congratulate all the kids that made it in the Market Land Drive here. Again, just some brief thoughts here. I thought that for me, it probably came down to 2 or 3 of them in this particular set, and I thought that there was one that for me probably was just a little bit better, just in terms of just bounce from the side. They were shot more athletic and high speed, I guess, as we step off and study them, and then another one to go ahead and go reserve. But again, thought was just a unique one, just in terms of center body, width and rib there. I thought that all those things were good in that one. Again, if you guys will, congratulate all these kids one more time. I'll go get you a champion and then a reserve.
Congratulations to Wyatt Smith on the Grand Champion Market Land. And thank you to our sponsors for that class, Slick Wraps Leanne Slick and Earl Dawson family. And congratulations to Shelby Dawson on the Reserve Grand Champion Market Land class, which was sponsored by Doug and Larry Ketchum and family and in memory of Phil Weaver. Next, we will select our Champion Homegrown Market Land. Corey.
Are we bringing out all the homegrown? All the homegrown?
Our Champion Homegrown class participants will be Jack Rosenberger, Shelby Dawson, Wyatt Smith, and Landon Smith. While we're waiting, the next thing is the showmanship. Did everyone sign up for showmanship? We do have an all 4-H'er group. It's where if you are in 4-H and you don't show sheep, you can show sheep tonight. And then we have an adult group. It's the adults that think they know what they're doing group. You can sign up and come show these kids how to show sheep. Oh, look, another one. Adult that thinks she knows how to show sheep.
No?
Can you say White Smith? We need your homegrown ASAP.
Wyatt Smith, we need you up here with your homegrown. I think you have 2 sheep.
We got one. Just not
We got one, we need another one.
And then I just need to sign up. So.
So while we're standing around here waiting too, how did everybody think about that volunteering speech? What a great speech. I hope we get a lot of new volunteers. There's always room for help. Okay, are we ready? All right, here's homegrown. Our champion homegrown market lamb class is sponsored by GEI Fluid Power today.
Right. No, they can.
Well, obviously we're at the point of the night where we have seen all of these particular sheep in class, and again, thought that each of the 5 that are in here had some quality amongst them. My compliments to the breeders and the kids that raise these particular projects in this county. For me, I think there's one that's maybe just a cut above the rest. Young Ladies Blue Sheep will be champion in this particular division. Congratulations, lady.
Congratulations to Shelby Johnson, our champion homegrown market lamb tonight. We will take just a few minutes break here to get organized, and we will begin our showmanship classes with the senior division momentarily.
Sign-ups are closed.
If you want to sign up, come see me.
Yeah. Now just remember, all you young 4-Hers, you want to come out and watch the senior show and pick up some ideas. Again, I want to thank all the sponsors that donate to all our prizes. And as you notice, we have banners hanging up. All these people have donated lots of money. So please, anytime that you guys can support them, that would be much appreciated.
Shelby, let me take a picture of that.
Did you call me Shelby?
I did call you Shelby.
I did answer because I'm used to it. I'm Maddie, but
Maddie.
it's okay.
Dolphin girl.
Dawson girl, yep. Karen, we're ready.
Okay, seniors, Wyatt Smith, Shelby Dawson, Emily Clem, Jenna Kapman, Daniel Callahan, and Kylie Neff.
And thank you to our sponsors for the Senior Sheep Showman and Reserve Showman Awards today, Local Union 212 IBEW and Water Valley Ag.
Well, here in senior showmanship, again, thought that there was a bunch of quality amongst them. I thought that probably, again, kind of came down to a pair of showmen in here for me. I thought that it was close between them. I think that there's one that for me, though, probably is just a bit more efficient just in terms of just feet placement and how they stand on the front end of that animal. I thought that at times maybe, again, just if it could be maybe just a little cognizant, maybe how hard we want to get on one there. But again, I thought that they did probably just the best job just in terms of feet placement, getting to their spots and where they needed to be. And then the one that'll be reserved, again, probably just the next closest one, just in terms of pace and progression there and how they got that particular animal worked in this class. Again, if you guys would, congratulate them all, and I'll go get you a champion and then a reserve.
Champion Showmanship Senior is Wyatt Smith, and reserve is Shelby Dawson. Congratulations. Intermediate Showmanship, Landon Smith. I can't read his name. Liam Rui, Sydney Montgomery, and Bailey Griffin. These are 7th, 8th, and 9th graders. And Jack Rosenberger.
Again, another really nice division of showmanship here, and again, it probably came down to a pair of them for me. I think that there's one, though, that just as soon as they hit the gate, just in terms of efficiency, just an ultra-competitive look, and a young man that will just stare right through you and give you the most competitive and just fierce kind of attitude and mentality. I thought that the young man that wins just does an incredible job just in terms of getting his sheep set, always want to know where I'm at, and kind of just pay attention to the little things there that matter. Young man that came in first to be the champion. Congratulations to him.
Congratulations, Jack Rosenberger.
And then for reserve, I thought that there was another one that was close. Probably just did the next best job just in terms of getting that one stuck. Young man on the far end will be his reserve.
Landon.
Thank you to our sponsors for the intermediate showman class, Double R Farm and Howell Equipment Services. Next in the ring, we have our junior sheep showman class, Carter Rui, Anna Rosenberger, Georgiana Wydurka.
Well, again, just 3 of them in this division, but all 3 of them are working hard. Again, as we mentioned in the coach show, when you make them, or you bring them in and they're this young, obviously it takes a hot minute to get everything correlated how you want it to. Again, my compliments to all 3 of these young exhibitors. I think they're working their tails off out here. Obviously, it's hot, but they've all got a drive and a want to show. So again, my compliments to all of them. I think when it comes down to it, there's one individual that probably is just a little bit ahead of the pack, just in terms of efficiency and getting her sheep to where it needs to be. The young lady that came in first, she'll be your champion. The young lady on the farm, your tuner, she'll be your champion. Congratulations, Jim.
Congratulations to Anna Rosenberger.
Congratulations to our junior division showman. Our reserve is Georgiana Wyderka, and champion was Anna Rosenberger. Next in the ring, we have our rookie sheep showman class with a single entry, Colton Mobley.
Just one rookie exhibitor here, but young man's doing a great job. I've seen him several times here throughout the evening in the sheep show. Again, in this rookie setting, he does a great job. My compliments to him. Congratulations on a nice celebration.
Congratulations to Colton Mobley, our rookie sheep showman, sponsored by Lawfrey Valley Ag. Next in the ring, we will have our all 4-H showmanship class, and once again, these are 4-H kiddos that are not typically showing sheep, and they are wanting to try something new.
They want to show
In this class, we have Laura Gazelle, Megan Gailey, Parker, I'm not really sure what your last name is, buddy, Danica Neff, Rosalie Bear, and Adelaide Dunn, as well as Ada House, Keegan House, and Camden Shane.
While we're waiting, I have here's a QR code that I would like everybody to download, and we would like some suggestions, or it's like, thank you for attending the 2024 Dearborn County Fair. Scan this QR code below to give feedback on the fair and its events. Your feedback will be used to improve our fair in 2025 and beyond. Thank you from the Dearborn County 4-H Board of Directors and the Dearborn County Fair Committee. Appreciate your support. So everyone come up here and scan this, and we want opinions. Thanks.
Well, here in the all 4-H championship, if you guys would, congratulate all these kids that are wanting to take part in the sheep program, but maybe just don't have one to show. Thought that each of them are doing an awesome job. I think for me, there's one individual that probably just gets that particular sheep shown to a notch higher degree. Again, my compliments to all of them for wanting to come out here and help their friends or be involved or what have you. Again, I'll set the mic down. We'll go get you a champion. If you guys will, congratulate them one more time.
Congratulations to our all-4-H sheep showman Megan Gailey and reserve all-4-H sheep showman Dan Finette. Thank you to Farm Credit Mid-America and Shooter Probst Farm for sponsoring the all-4-H showman class today. Last in the ring this evening, we have our open adult sheep showman class. We have several entrants. We have Todd Zimmerly, Corey Mobley, Allison Daly, Caden Marksberry, Caleb Kilburn, Andrew Wyderka, Remy Hensley, Matt Mount, Maddie Dawson, Kurt Faringhouse, Cody Epperly, and Craig Schiff.
Everyone should stay and watch. It's very entertaining.
I know.
I'm sitting out this year, so I want to give everybody else a chance.
Well, a fun deal here to go ahead and end, and adult showmanship is not something that I guess I get to do all across the country, going from county shows and jackpots and things of that nature. Neat events here. Obviously, we got a lot of them in the ring participating. We got a bunch of different varieties and types. We got some more some seasoned professionals up toward the top, and then we got some more sheep here in the center. And we even got a young man that's not even wore shorts all summer on the end here. So a really nice set of them. Sorry, Greg. Anyhow, a nice set of them. Again, I thought that there was probably two of them up toward the top that did a great job out here. If you guys would congratulate them. Young man up front will be champion. Young lady behind him will be reserved.
Congratulations to Kurt Fahrenhaus, our adult sheep showman, and reserve adult sheep showman Maddie Dawson. And thank you to the Dawson family for sponsoring this class for us today. That will conclude our sheep show for 2024. I want to thank you all for coming and